Hello everyone, I'm Pulkit SINGLA, and today I'm going to talk about why a person becomes a non believer of God from a believer. Why a person transfers his intellectuality, his conscious from God to a state where he does not believe in the existence of God. He thinks that there is nothing like God. Well, there are many people in this world who completely change themselves. They were once a great worshipper, a great obedient servant of the God. But somehow, due to some unforeseen events in their life, they completely become shattered and they think that there's no God. The reason behind this is usual and certain. And is it really right decision of becoming a non-believer? I'm gonna tell you that as well. Well, the thing is, the event which really provoke us to question the identity of God are known to everyone, like any mishappening, any death, any injury, any accident. Most of the time, the cases were that where a person has lost his loved one in any tragedy or death, or there's any heartbreak, or a person has died due to disease, and the person who was once such a great worshipper always believed that I am a true worshipper and I always worship God, I always pray to God with a true golden heart, and whenever I'm asking for something, God should have been kind to me, He should have been listened to me, and He should have followed and you can say fulfilled all my wishes and dreams and wants. Whenever any such unforeseen event happens, the person does not believe that this thing has happened with him. The person believes that I am the person who was working on a true path. I am the person who was doing what everything the God says or his manuscript says. But still things are not favorable for me, things are against me. I had such a small request to God to just save my loved one, to just help me, to just protect my family. And the Almighty, who is the creator of such a big universe, of this whole life, of this everything, does not even have local standing to preserve or protect and fulfill my small wish, then why I should follow this God, why I should worship this God, why I should really believe in this God when this God does not have power to obey to my small request in return of my whole personality obeying to Him round the clock. Well, the thing is, most of us has taken God for granted. We think that if we worship God, if we ask for anything, then God should fulfill all our wishes, all our wants, should have always been for us. And a kind of barter system we have created that in exchange of our worship, our requests, our wishes needs to be fulfilled. But things does not work like that. A god is basically a big, you can say a machine. It's a big father, it's a biggest, you can say the creation, which has created this whole everything, which includes all this nature, its elements, human beings, animals, creatures. And the reality is, every person, whatever a person is going through in his life, is according to his own karma. Whatever actions we are doing, we get the results. Now you must be saying that in this present life our loved one has done everything right, we have done everything right, but still we are facing problems and issues in life, we are having pain in life, we are having troubles in life, and bad people are progressing and we good people are in pain. The reality is, today we are seeing the karma of present life, we are not able to see the karma of our past lives. This is just one chapter which we are living today, but before this we have lived so many chapters. And in every chapter of past life, we have done some kind of karma. And each karma, each action had a new definition, a new reaction, a new consequence, which might not be completed and which might not be given to us. So it's not important that every action will have the consequences in that chapter only. It can pass on to other life. Suppose there is a bad karma of any past life, whose consequence is to, in this life, we are suffering, we are in trouble. Somehow we have not done anything wrong, but still we are in a position where we cannot help, we cannot identify, we cannot figure out the reason. So we can easily relate this to our karma, to our actions, maybe not of this life, maybe of some past life. But the people today do not want to believe in karma, they do not want to believe in past life, they do not want to believe in future life. They just want to believe in a blind fact that when we are worshipping God, God in return should fulfill our all the wishes, all the wants, no matter what. But the reality is, God does not interfere in the karma. God does not interfere in our actions. Because as a soul we are doing actions, so whatever the consequences would be, it will be suffered by us, whether good or bad. God has made us, He has created us, He has given this life, but the choices we make whatever choices in this life, we get the consequences in future, and similarly in past, whatever we have done, we are facing today. You can take an example of any child who is born with so many diseases. How can you really say that he has done something bad in that present life because he's just born? So you can clearly relate it to his past life, that somehow in any of his past life he must have done something really awful, that today the consequences, the fruit of consequences which he is bearing is that he is born with multiple diseases, that is panicking in pain from the start of his journey in this materialistic world. So if we realize this fact of karma, we will not say that we are transforming ourselves from a believer to non-believer because God is not listening to us. Why we really consider God as a kind of a machine, a kind of a person who is only there to fulfill our needs. Some people argue that God is our guardian and we are child, so we can say anything, we can ask for anything, we can beg in front of Him. But in this materialistic life which God has given to us, we do not get anything from begging. We need to work hard, we need to move our butts, we need to work from the morning to night. If a person does not go to work and sits and cries and whines to God that give me food, give me luxury, give me car, give me house, will God listen to him? No, because he is not doing karma, action. Only the karma and action will create opportunities, will create results. On the other hand, another person going in the morning, coming at night, also doing part-time work, in few years he becomes a rich person. On the other hand, this person who was just crying and whining is just sitting alone, and even after many years he is in the same position. So if he will keep on thinking that there is no karma, there is no action required, there is no hard work required, I am worshipping God and God will help me, God will fulfill all my desires, wishes, wants, and when he will not get what he really desires or wants, he will become a non-believer out of this blind faith that just worshipping will fulfill all your needs. On the other hand, a person who is doing hard work, he is going to work, he is doing part-time job, he is worshipping God as well but doing work as well, he is doing karma, so he will definitely become more believer in God, because he will really believe that my work, my capability, my hard work is being supported by God. That's why I'm getting good opportunities. I'm getting good score, good goals in life. So we really need to understand all the people who are becoming non-believer from believer just on the fact, just on a misconception that just worshipping will you can say provoke God or in any way force God to listen to us, then you're mistaken. You, in this world, in this materialistic life, you have to work hard, you have to work, you have to do karma to get anything. And in case of any tragedy or disease, if any of the person is not in your life or anyone, it's because of their own karma, whether of this life or past life. This is a bitter reality. It's really difficult to swallow, but not so difficult that it cannot be smelled. You really need to understand this fact that only you can be loving God as well as working for you and for your family. Otherwise, you would keep on this state where you become a non believer and you will soon end up being nothing at all. And when you see the world, when you say things against God, that I've become non believer because God is not listening to me, nobody cares because everybody is doing their karma. And by becoming non believer, by doing nothing, by just whining on that issue, you are doing a negative karma. You're not doing anything, and that is stopping your own growth. So I hope today's topic of believer becoming non-believer by the misconception that God listened to them just by worship is being understood today to everyone. So keep listening to me and like my channel and subscribe so that you get more updates on spiritual world as well as paranormal world. I'm Pulkit Mohan Singla. Take care.